You are the champions. You are the champions that this moment demanded. You are the champions that we called for. And every single day and every single week moving forward, you will be tested. You will be seduced by the life and the script that was given to us. You will be overwhelmed by emails. You will be overwhelmed by phone calls. You will be overwhelmed by the demands of jobs that take you out of your purpose. And so I need you all to know that you are the champions and you will be tested and you will win each and every time, because when we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. I'm going to tell you something about each and every one of you. Here's what I know. You're in pain. And I know that you are, because I'm in pain too. And these families are in pain. Nobody comes out on the streets and risks life and limb unless they're in pain. And I'm going to tell you something about pain. If you're not careful, pain will make an island of you. You see, pain isolates. And in a society that tells you to shrink, and tells you that you're nothing, and tells you that you're worthless, and tells you that your feelings don't matter, in a society like this, you will be rendered voiceless. You'll be made invisible by your pain. And a voiceless people is not a powerful people. A voiceless people will never look for each other. A voiceless people will never rise up and demand change. And so, we must use our pain. We must tie our fate to another. I'll tell you what I know in this work. Because like you, I have wondered in my bed at night, is this all there is? Is this all there is? But the real question that you're asking is this all that I am? Is this all that I am? Is this all that I'm ever going to be? And I'm here to tell you that the answer is no. The answer is no. Because the moment that you ask that question, the answer is in it. If you're asking yourself, is this all that I am? The answer is no, I am so much more. And this moment is calling you out, and it's saying to you, it's never too late to be the person you always thought that you could be. Because you are the champions. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again until it lives in us. Activism doesn't build character. It reveals character. You feel me? You all are the revelation. These families are the revelation. And we need the revelation in order to have a revolution. And so there are going to be times as we move forward, because I have been here before, Kendrick has been here before, Melina has been here before, Jojo has been here before, Baba Akili has been here before. They will try to divide us. And they will try to position our pain against each other. They will say, well, you know, all these black people are getting support now. But what about those trans people? What about me? What about Asian representation? What about us? Nobody talks about the indigenous struggle. They will try to divide us. They will try to use our pain against each other, because that is what the colonial project does. I'm going to tell you what I learned. We must beware the narcissism of sorrow. Because if you aren't using your pain is using you. So we must tie our fate to each other, because again, if you are not using your pain is using you. We cannot allow the pain that we feel and the sorrow inside of us and the suffering that we've all been made to endure. We cannot allow that to be used as a tool against us. And so, I got into this work, and I fought for Black Lives Matter. Yes, because I am black. That makes sense. But I'm going to tell you something, it's not why I continue to fight. You see, if I was only fighting for me, If I was only fighting for me, then all I would be doing was try to rearrange colonialism to be more convenient for somebody like me. And so everywhere that I go, I bring up the native struggle. Because they tried to divide us, they tried to make it stolen land versus stolen labor. When it happened at the same time, they will put us in opposition, and we will resist. Are you with me? Do you hear me? We are not just fighting against the government. We are not just fighting against the president. We are not just fighting against an administration. We are fighting against a belief system. And so, our belief system must be stronger. Our belief system must be better. Our belief system must be irresistible. And so we have to fight for each other as we would fight for ourselves. I used to do very weird human rights work. It's something that happens to us trying to figure out who we are. And I ended up going to these trainings. And I would do these trainings with people in the room who were very different from me. They were middle class, they were white, and they had never really in their whole lives been made to sit there and listen to somebody like me. And I would go in there, and I would do my job. I would try to talk about LGBTQ inclusion. I would try to talk about racial justice. And those trainings were mandatory, and they wouldn't even look at me for the 3 hours that I was there. And something happened inside of me then. And I want to share this with you. Something happened inside of me where I thought, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't try this hard. Because I'm going to get my paycheck at the end of the day. I thought this isn't worth it to me. See, what I was doing is I was shrinking, but I didn't know it. So I'm going to tell you the other thing that you need to learn, and you need to know inside of your bodies, outside of beware the narcissism of sorrow. Never, never let anyone else determine what level of integrity you walk into a room with. Never let anyone determine what kind of light you bring. They will try to divide us. They will try to use our pain against each other, and so what I need you to know is every time that you see someone with the t-shirt that says Black Lives Matter, every time you see a sign, every time you see it spray painted on a car or in front of a lawn in someone's house, that is your family. That is your family. We are your family. We are not alone in our pain anymore. And I need you to know this. You are not alone in your pain anymore. Your pain is not using you, because the only kinds of people that come out and protest are the ones that know suffering, are the ones that know pain, are the ones that know isolation and loneliness. And so if we are all alone, then we must be all alone together. We must rewrite our story. Fight as you would fight for your family. Fight as you would fight for yourself. You are the champions. You are the bricklayers. You are the revelation. You are the revolution. The moment that we come together, whether you know it or not, you are putting your life in my hands. And I am putting my life in your hands. And there's no deeper bond, and there's no deeper trust. I am your family. And you are my family. And I'll tell you something about Black Lives Matter. We fight like hell for our family. We're in this together. We're in this together. We're in this together. Be the champions this week and every week. This weekend. This weekend. This weekend. Every day. Every moment of your life. That you rewrite your script. That you take responsibility for living your full life. You are your full person. You are the revelation. You are the revolution, and all power to the people. You are my people. You are our people. We belong to each other, and we'll win together. Every week, y'all. Every week. Black Lives Matter.